Hello, I'm Luke, the founder and CEO of Propflo. In this presentation, I'll be briefly covering some of the key reasons why we should be retrofitting our properties to make them more energy efficient from a national, individual homeowner and mortgage broker perspective. So firstly, what are some of the global and national drivers? In the UK, a report by LSE predicted that the cost of climate change will increase from 1.1% of GDP to 3.3% by 2050 and 7.4% by the end of the century. That's an increase of £157 billion per year. Global events have also shown that the UK energy supply is vulnerable. So in 2022, the UK imported energy worth £117 billion, and even in a normal year, we're importing nearly £50 billion worth of energy. There's also an interrelationship between energy efficiency and our health. According to the BRE, cold homes alone cost the NHS £540 million per year. And there's also increasing concern over overheating in summer and poor indoor air quality. But why should homeowners care? Well, the most obvious benefit is direct energy savings. So a small solar PV system and battery creates benefits of nearly £16,000 over their lifetime at a cost of around £7,500 to £8,000. But energy efficiency also affects the thermal comfort of a property, the indoor air quality, and the financial stability. So is the property warm in winter and cool in the summer? Is it suitably ventilated? And how exposed does it make you to future energy price increases? Those will be questions that future homeowners and buyers will be asking more frequently. We've also estimated that energy efficiency properties could benefit from nearly £3,000 of mortgage lender incentives, but there are also lenders encouraging energy efficiency through increased affordability and also more flexible lending criteria. According to RICS, there's also a green premium of up to 15% and potentially a brown discount applying to inefficient homes in the longer term. But what does this look like in reality? So here's a real life example of two identical homes that were put up on the market in 2023. One had solar, one didn't. The property that was sold a few months after the property with no solar panels had a premium on it of £15,000 or 2.4%. So the market is starting to price these improvements into their valuations, but obviously it will be key factors will include the seller circumstances, the skill of the agent, and also the market conditions at the time. And just briefly touch on landlord incentives over and above what I've just explained. There are still some tax incentives. Some might be limited and some might be more longer term, but they are there, and also compliance. So what's the scale of the challenge? So approximately 250 billion is needed to retrofit all UK homes. For mortgage properties, that's about 90 billion to get 6.2 million homes up to a C. But there's also opportunities in the on-mortgage market as well. So for example, through equity release. So why should brokers care? So firstly, there is increase in demand. Solar has increased nearly 700% over the last few years, and heat pumps are increasing as well. It could differentiate you and help you increase retention by considering customer needs more holistically and getting them the best deals for their long-term needs. And there's also a huge financial and growth opportunity. So improvement suppliers typically have direct marketing costs, which they add to their costs, to their prices, but that can actually be passed on to mortgage brokers that help facilitate those transactions. So individually per home, a broker could get maybe £700 plus per property. Thank you for listening, and I hope you found the presentation interesting.